This is the Amos Madrup Show.
Hello and welcome. Joining me today is Symone McKenzie, who is the founder of A Passion for Purpose. A Passion for Purpose is an online personal development hub that inspires, empowers, and motivates women who feel frustrated, stuck, and overwhelmed in their business, career, or unemployment, so that they can become the best version of themselves and confidently pursue their dream goals and fulfill their potential. How good does that sound? Symone, a very warm welcome to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Excellent,
It's been amazing.
Symone.
Listening to that introduction, it's like, wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get stuck into this. I think there's some great things that you've done. The past year's been completely different for you. It's been almost a complete metamorphosis. And could you tell us a little bit about what's happened over the pandemic and where you are today?
Yeah, so I'm currently still a primary school teacher as well. So I'm doing full-time work and in my business as well. So balancing the two. And basically it has been a challenging year for quite a lot of people. And for myself, it was the case of my eyes was just open because I knew I've been in teaching for 15 years now. So I just knew that it was a passion at first, but then I just knew there was something missing. And I just knew that I wanted to make sure that I was fulfilling my purpose. And I just knew that teaching wasn't something that I just wanted to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to make a bigger impact. So it was during the pandemic last year where I thought that I would just reconnect to my passions, which is self-development. So I did self-development, counseling, mentoring like 20 years ago, but I didn't set up my own business because my mindset just wasn't there. I wasn't ready to set up my own business. So I went into teaching. And yeah, during the pandemic, it just reignited that passion because I had that time to actually reflect on my life. And yeah, I've just grew passionate about really just reaching women who are maybe stuck in their careers and not living out their passion, not living out their dream goals, but are just in a job because bills need to be paid. And I just got this passion because I know there's many people who have lost their jobs during the pandemic, they've lost their business and they're just feeling a bit stuck, unfulfilled, not sure where to go next. So yeah, I've got that passion now just to reach out to them women and just let them know that that support network is available because many women are not aware of the coaching networks that are out there. So it's just, yeah, that's my passion at the moment, just to reach those women.
Yeah, that passion comes right through. You can hear that. Now, I mean, for you to have picked this profession, was it something that you had known that you were always interested in, or how did it come about? How did you realize that going into coaching was the way forward?
Well, during the pandemic, I did that online self-development courses and I hired my own coach. So Tanya is my coach as well. And throughout my life, I've always been that coach anyway, for my friends and my family. And I always see like a talent in someone and thinking, you should be doing this. You've got that talent inside you. Why have you not set this up and set, even though I wasn't doing it? So I've always naturally been drawn to doing that and encouraging people to bring out the best in them and making sure they're doing everything that they are destined to become. And I think that's when I went into teaching because that was a way of channeling that, even though when I was really stripped it back last year, it was like, you can do more. There's more in you to do. And I think I was hiding probably behind my own little fear. Can I make this work? Can I do that? And it was like, it's either now or never. Stop playing small. You've got something there. You've got that passion to help others, to push them to fill their potential. So the time is now. Do something about it. So yeah, here I am doing something, taking action.
Yeah, that's incredible. And you mentioned Tanya Coley, personal development coach. So she clearly had a huge impact on your decisions. But again, you already knew this is something that, you were destined to do. How do you find your call? What do people do? How do you figure it out? Because for some of us, we don't know what that means or how to go about doing it.
Yeah, well, that's something that I kind of, even though it was inside me, I wasn't, like I say, I was going to work every day. I knew there was something more, and I wasn't quite connecting to that, even though I've done something like that in the past and it was inside me. Every day we get bombarded, we're busy, we've got all these gifts and talents, we've got our purpose inside of us, but we're not aware of it because we're just on that treadmill every day. So it's a sense of, when it was during the lockdown that made me just stop, reflect, and just refocus on my life and what I really wanted to do with the rest of my life. And that's when things started to come to me. I prayed a lot. I always listen to motivational podcasts and YouTube videos. I like to read, and I'm just really reconnecting with me. So it's finding that time or investing in that time for yourself to actually find out, what am I passionate about? What do I like? What do I not like? What would I do that I wouldn't even need paying for? What would I automatically do for others? And it's just reconnecting. It's finding that time. You need to find that time, that quiet space to connect with yourself. And I think in this busy life, we don't do that. So that's where we really need to start, is, finding that
Yeah,
time.
I love that. I think it's such an important aspect of life that we take for granted, and having that time to reflect,
Yeah.
think about where you are, what you want to do. So, for those busy people out there, how do you go about finding time?
That's it. We've got to make the time. we've got to make the time, even if it's an hour. You get up, 1 hour before you normally get up in the morning, before the busy household, before the children, before, it's making that time. Even if it's getting up on a Saturday morning earlier, or going somewhere where, that quiet space, we have to be intentional with finding that time, because I know I wasn't doing that at all. So we just have to make that. If you want something to happen, you make that time. And I guess in life, we just allow life to happen to us, but we need to be intentional. We need to plan, we need to focus. And in order to do that, we've got to create that space, because we're worth it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Be intentional, create the time because you're worth it. Really good stuff. Now you've got a crowdfunding campaign going on. There's a lot of work that you're doing in supporting women. Can you tell us, why you're targeting that group, and what is it that you're trying to achieve from your programs?
Yeah. So for the crowdfunding, I've noticed when I've done like a webinar, and I've had people who've come on to one-to-one coaching but can't afford to pay for coaching, and they want the support, but their circumstance at the moment, they cannot find, they haven't got the financial means to do so. And at this time, it's like, what can I do to make an impact? What can I do to make a difference? So that's why the crowdfunding came along. So crowdfund to pay for coaches that can deliver group coaching sessions. So at the moment, I've been looking for, well, at the moment, we've got 6 coaches online, but I'm looking for more. So like career coach, business coach, mindset coach, so money mindset, and just really tapping into those women who need that support but don't know, what step to take next. So the vision is to create a Facebook group where we get the coaches in there to deliver free group coaching sessions, and then be able to offer like a free online course for the women to access, so they don't have to pay. So they become aware of the services and the different types of coaches that are out there that can help support them with where they're at in their journey.
Yeah, really important again,
Yeah.
giving out that support and helping people. Would
Yeah.
you say that there's more a demand for your services since the pandemic?
I think there's not, when I wouldn't say a demand, I'd say a need. There is a need. The demand is probably not as well. I've not seen the demand as such because of the financial, but I've seen a lot of people connecting. They're looking for that motivation, they're looking for that purpose, they're looking for the liking the Instagram posts, they're resonating with that, but they're not taking that next step to actually book a call, or because maybe they're not sure how that would impact in their lives, or they've not got the finances. So it's just really connecting with them on that level. And I think this way we'll be able to reach out and just let them know, look, it's here, it's for free, see how it goes, see what's available, see how we can help you, and then you can take it from there.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity, especially for the fact that you're supporting women who in a situation where they might look at it and think, what's it going to cost me? What's the catch to it?
Exactly, yeah.
It seems there is no catch. I'm here to help you. I genuinely want to help because it's what I'm passionate about. And I think that's really noble, and I think it's really good of you that you're doing that. So for myself, just want to say a huge congratulations. Keep the good work and keep that going. Now, I just want to ask you in terms of, again, you've told me that, you've always been, someone who's been positive, your faith plays a big part in what you do. But tell me some of the inspirations. I know you mentioned one of the coaches that you work with. Tell me the people who have inspired you to be the person that you are today.
Yeah, so Les Brown, motivational speaker, Miles Monroe. We've got Laura Lyles, who's a life coach and spiritual coach. And yeah, there's just so many people out there that has really touched my life. And yeah, just like, Jermaine Miller, there's just loads of people that I like listening to. And it's like, just really encouraging you just to step out of your comfort zone. Because I think that's what we are afraid of. We're afraid of the unknown. And for me, I'm an introvert. So if you see me a couple of years before, I would not be coming on camera. It's kind of hiding behind closed doors. And it's like I can hide for the rest of my life, or I can do something with my life. I can make an impact. And it's knowing that it's not about me. It's about those who need, it's giving out. God has placed something within you it's gifted someone. Has put gifts in you so you can give someone with that gift. It's not for us to keep. That's like us being selfish. He's given it to me, I'm keeping it. No, he's given you a gift to share with others. So yeah, that's, those people have just really just helped me to step out my comfort zone and just go for it. Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah, feel the fear and do it. I like it. Tell me where the power and positivity comes from, and why is personal development such a big thing?
Because again, coming back to my faith, so I feel that God has placed we've all have a purpose, but an individual, unique purpose, and we can let that die inside us and do nothing about it, or we can step out. But that's the fear. When we want to step out, it just stops us. We put our barriers up. We have all these limiting beliefs. I can't do this. I'm not good enough. So it's the self-development helps then with those limiting beliefs, because some of the limiting beliefs we have, we don't even know we have it sometimes unless we're faced with a certain situation. Like building my own business, I was like, I can't do that. I haven't got the finances. I'm not good enough. I ain't got the knowledge. All the beliefs that I'm thinking, where are these coming from? And it's kind of like looking at the evidence. Look, there's many people out there who have created a business. They've done it. They've been successful. They've managed. If they've failed, then they've got up and they've got up. They've not laid down and just, basically just left it there. They've got up and they've carried on until they succeed. So it's like you can do that too. So it's the personal development side is just building that up, building the confidence up, building the self-belief up, building the self-esteem up, So yeah, those building blocks.
Can you tell us more about the building blocks and, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay encouraged? How do you stay positive on a day where it seems the world is crushing in on you and trying to find a bit of hope? How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, well, first I do a morning routine is definitely key. Spending a bit of time. I pray in the morning, affirmations, and just journaling is a good way just to get those thoughts down on paper. And, your mind is just full of all these distractions, all these negative thoughts that come out from the world, from the news, from the people, the energies. And you have to intentionally replace those with, I can do this. Yeah, this is happening, but I can either let that, suffocate me, drown me, or I can do something about it. Yeah, that's happening. But just looking for happening in your life? What are you grateful for? You know, you've got to fight back. You've got to step up. You've got to not just lie there and just let these thoughts. You've got to be in control of your own thoughts, because our thoughts impact our actions. So yeah, it's something that you have to be intentional about doing every single day.
Yeah, again, being intentional,
Yeah,
wanting to get to a certain point, because again, there's that desire as well, isn't it? And I like
yeah,
the title of what you stand for, a passion for purpose. Passion is something that not everybody has, but it's creating that passion, like you said, being intentional, setting time out in the morning to for devotional prayer, and setting your day as well, planning your day.
yeah,
You say that planning is a huge part in what you do?
definitely. Yeah, at least, we've learned, especially from doing the personal development courses with Tanya, even if it's 3 things, what is your goal? At least 3 things, write down 3 things that's going to take you a step closer to that goal. And once you cross off those 3 things each day, you're getting 1 step closer to that dream goal. And it's just making sure that you align your life around that. Make sure you've got that time, make sure you protect that time for you to be able to achieve those steps. If it looks like it's like overwhelming, break your steps down. What could you do? Make it just chunk size, get the network in there. You might not have the knowledge, but there's loads of people out there who've got the knowledge. We've got our favorite Google, you've got YouTube, you've got people you can connect to. We sometimes procrastinate and make excuses that, oh, I can't do this because I don't know this. Well, if you don't know it, then what are you going to do about it? So it's looking for those solutions all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, and taking things into bite sizes as well,
Yeah.
so not overwhelming yourself.
Yeah.
I think somebody once said the best way to eat a frog is by one bite at a time. Is it by the cinch it's an inch, by the inch it's a cinch.
Oh, I've not heard that one. Yeah.
Yeah, step by step, definitely. Again, great advice there. You seem to be, again, you found what your calling is. Teaching has played a huge part, because an aspect of what you do involves teaching, of course,
Yeah.
and it's something that you still enjoy doing. It seems as though you're building this business that you've got as well, and giving back to people, again, is something that you feel fulfilled with, and it comes across. And what do you enjoy the most in all that you do? What really stands out for you is the most fulfilling?
The haha moments, like, oh yeah, I didn't think of it like that. Oh yeah, I could do that. So when you're having that conversation with someone, when they're feeling a bit stuck, I'm not sure what step to take next, you're not telling them what they should do. They've got the answers inside them. So it's like, what do you think? How do you think it will get you a step closer? What would help you? And it's like when they start, telling you, it's like, see, you've got it inside you. So then you hold them accountable. So when are you going to do that? How long is it going to take? When is your deadline? So it just, when you just listen, to them and think, oh yeah, I've got this. Yes, I can do this. When like maybe 20 minutes prior, they might think, oh, I'm stuck. I don't know how to do that. So that's just so rewarding, just to know that you can, create that space for them to actually reflect. And sometimes people just need that space held for them to actually mull over what's going on inside them, how they're feeling, what they want to do, how they achieve that, with that support.
Yeah. So, what are the plans for the future for Symone McKenzie?
So the vision is bigger than me. It is bigger than me. So the personal development platform, different types of coaches on there. So business coach, like we're saying, career coach, but also really, having a holistic approach. So getting like a health coach on there, and just having resources like podcasts, blog posts, everything to do with just developing yourself, depending on where you're at in your life. We want on that platform, online courses. So yeah, just reaching out, maybe connecting with universities, and just making it available. Coaching is really big in the US, and it's starting to become bigger in the UK. So just making people more aware that, that support is there.
Excellent. And finally, Symone, how can people get hold of you? Where can they reach you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram, so at Passion for Purpose on Instagram. I'm on Facebook as well, so if they type in A Passion for Purpose, and on their website, so apassionforpurpose.co.uk.
Excellent. Symone, I just want to say a huge thank you for taking the time to sit down with us, talk to us. You were a great inspiration. Just hearing your story, you know, reflecting, thinking about where you were with at the start of the pandemic, making that bold decision. It takes you know, a lot of guts to step outside of your comfort zone and go for something that you believe in, and you know, not letting fear take control. As I say, fear is false evidence appearing real. So you know, you took that bold step in faith, but you know, you were very very methodical in how you did it. It wasn't just an empty step. It was very planned, very calculated. You know, you set time aside. You realize the importance of time, giving yourself that devotional time in the morning, being able to spend the time to reflect, think, plan for the day ahead, which has ultimately led to this fantastic business that you've got, and which has now been scaled out to support women right across, and now, you know, wanting to partner with universities in the future. And I'm sure there'll be some great stories to come. So we'll look forward to hearing that. So again, it's incredible just to see what faith and taking that bold step does from a year to where you are now and going beyond as well. So for myself, I just want to say a huge thank you.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Amos Madra.